years have passed since 2007, and it's debatable if enough has been done to reduce flooding. Describe where you stand today on flood control and where you'd like to see tax money that's been set aside for a flood control spent. We'll start with you, Mr. Gazarek.
Sure, thank you. Obviously, nobody's happy with the Army Corps of Engineers. It's been 9 years since this process was started. Actually, the Hoover Dam was authorized in 1928, started construction in 1931, and completed in 1936. So the Hoover Dam was authorized, constructed, engineered, and designed in 8 years. We're now 9 years into flood mitigation. I think the commissioners took a bold step earlier this year by basically saying to the Army Corps of Engineers, enough is enough. There's no more time, there's no more money. We basically fired them and hired Stantec to take over. Stantec, as we all know, is an internationally known engineering company. It's done thousands of projects around the world. And regardless of what Stantec says, I think all the county commissioners are on board that we're going to listen to what they say. So if they've got some recommendations for flood mitigation, whether that's a diversion channel, whether that's reservoirs, whether that's removing some of the dams down through downtown Findlay, we're all willing to listen and implement some of those things that Stantec recommends. We've also learned yesterday that obviously dredging the river is not an option. The Army Corps has said that. Stantec has verified that. So I think we need to move on. I also want to say that in the past 3.5 years, the current county commissioners have executed 2 of the largest river cleanups in the history of the river. 3 years ago, we cleaned out over 300 log jams in a 6-county area. We've also, just recently last year, removed 10,000 ash trees, again, in a 6-county area. I think it's important to remember when people talk about cleaning the river, it's not just Hancock County that has to prove that. It's Allen, Putnam, Hardin, Wyandotte, and Seneca County that all have to be on board with that.
Mr. Bateson.
I think with hiring Stantec, I think that was a great move. I think that opportunity was missed in 2013 when Mr. Gazarek could have joined Commissioner Robertson in that effort, but instead we chose to spend another $3.1 million with the Corps. But thank goodness we came to our senses and moved on from that. I think it's a great opportunity. I feel bad the way it's been handled. I think flood mitigation for Hancock County should be a positive. I think the way it's been handled could have been much better. We need to be much more transparent in our meetings and who we're talking with and reporting and things like that. I think a lot of the discourse in the county is because of the lack of transparency, of the lack of suggestions from county people to talk and things like that. I think it's been a little exclusive off the bat here, but I think we're headed in the right way now. And I also agree. I think it's probably going to take more than one solution to solve the flooding problem in Hancock County. But I think the river should be addressed for multiple reasons. One, of course, to increase the flow as much as we can. 2, for the safety. It's just not safe to walk down by the river. Our river can be an attraction for Hancock County. I had an opportunity to go with my daughter on a canoe trip down to Blanchard this year. We went east through the golf course, and that was very nice, very well kept. I think we can achieve those same things. So we, as Hancock County, we invest in the Bureau of Visitation, or Visitors Bureau, I'm sorry, and we advertise the canoe livery as one of those things. I think addressing the river will bring people to downtown, to our downtown businesses. Our downtown businesses in Findlay need foot traffic, and if we take that river and make it look better, that'll bring people downtown.